for the Honda Elite, Honda Dio guys, something to consider when you're choosing your variators. I'm a big fan of the Polini variators for this reason. Looks like no work surfaces here. So on the Polini variator, okay, this is a Honda Boss, stock Boss. The Honda Boss will fit into the Polini variator, no problem. Okay, so on the Honda Elites, the Bosses that come with the variator kits are going to be too long. Okay, so what you need to do on the Polini variator, if you're running the Polini variator on an AF16 or an AF18 with a large spline crank, if you're not running, so this has a ZX transmission, if you're not running the ZX transmission, then what you need to do is you need to install your original Boss in place of this. Don't install the one that comes with the Polini kit. If you install this one with the Polini kit, that will work with the ZX transmission with some shimming, but you have to space out your kicker cover or get an AF18 kicker cup, and that's a little bit deeper. The dry face, actually I'm drawing a blank here, the ZX that came with the AF18 large crank dry face and kicker cup you will need if you do the ZX. But a little bit off topic. The Malossi variators, just so everybody knows, they use a different size Boss, a different overall diameter, so you can't install your stock Boss unless you try to sand it down, and then you're just getting into some janky engineering there. So the Polini variators I like the best for these Honda Elites and Dios because you can run your stock Boss. Your OEM one is going to be the same overall diameter. It's just going to be a little bit shorter to fit properly. So if you for the Honda Aero or the older Elites, the variated ones, or the Honda Elite with the AF16, or the Honda Dio that has the AF18 with the big crank, not the small crank, the Polini variators are the best if you don't plan on going to a ZX transmission. If you plan on going to a ZX transmission, then it doesn't really matter, but you need to make sure that you have to space your kicker out. Like this bike, you can't really see, but basically this is the AF18 setup here in order to clear for the ZX transmission. So if you don't run the specified stuff for the ZX transmission, then you need to space out this entire cover here. As you can see, half my bolts are missing because I beat the life out of this bike and don't take care of it like I should. But that's yeah, that's a ZX transmission. So so there's a little bit involved with making sure that your Boss is the right size. A lot of people install the variators, and when this goes down and it comes back up, this stays engaged. This is tight, really tight, but it doesn't hit. If this hits here, that's because your Boss is too long or this isn't set up for that Boss. So if you take a Polini variator, and this is, in my opinion, the best variator for the AF16, Honda Elite, whatnot, and the Honda Aeros, use your stock Boss. If you use a Polini Boss, it's going to be too long, you're going to have problems unless you set it up for ZX. So pretty simple. Just want to make a video just explain to people why I like the Polini kits, because you can use your stock Boss on them, where Malossis, they don't fit. The Malossi Bosses are wider and they don't fit. Or the Malossi variator is a different size, so your stock Boss won't fit. So enjoy.